Adam Grandmaison is a Satanist trying to push for Satan's agenda, while trying to play dumb when never asked anything related to it. He says he is an atheist, which means he believes God doesn't exist. He also states in different interviews that Satan isn't real either. He then states things such as, "I have a satanic tattoo, a Baphomet." To go as far as knowing the name of the demonic symbol tells you a lot. All of his ink is pretty demonic. I will go over his family history in depth in the next video. Also, I plan on breaking every single tattoo of his down in the following video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you know. Also, we'll leave links with Venmo and Cash App. Please support, as this will help support the creation of these videos, as they can take a good bit of time. Now let's get into these clips. These are only some of the ones. Anyone who watches No Jumper or have seen recently his interviews, he keeps bringing up Satan. Shout out to Truth Talk for his videos, but I am going to go way further in depth and expose how Satan is using Adam for bad. Please put prayers in the comments and pray that God will stop all this evil being propagated. I will do my best to put as much information as I can out there.
Really want to know why people, think you the devil.
Because he is.
That shit sounded like some devil shit.
Bro, it was crazy that people were sending me that shit, and I was like,
They mad at me now.
and I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? And I was like, oh,
Why? Because you fuck with the devil?
They think I'm the devil now. They was like, hey, these ignoring the signs. I talked about every single thing. They say, he didn't talk about the tattoos. He's one of them. I was like, come on, man.
Clear him up.
What is the specific accusation that I'm being hit with here?
Well, they told me at first, the whole way it started, they was like, your dad was a Fed. And I was like, well, send me the video.
My dad was not a Fed. My dad was actually in prison
His dad served fentanyl.
for a year. No, he did not. He was convicted of, he took a plea bargain for a mail fraud charge. Basically, he worked at a construction company near where I grew up. And at one point, he was also an alderman for the city of Nashua, and he was accused of basically using his position as an alderman to get a job for the construction company of which he worked. And that, basically, they were trying to get his boss. My dad kept his mouth shut, and he ended up having to do a year.
So when in that time did your dad become a Mason?
That is not a thing. I never even knew what that was
I'm about to
until
say,
people
I know
started
that.
saying it
What
when I
is
got
that?
older.
I know you.
I don't even really know that much about it. It's like some kind of secretive society that,
What are you, an atheist?
yeah.
Which,
wait, so what's a Mason? That's the Bill Clinton shit?
Okay, and just for the other, for people who are trying to figure this out, Bill Clinton, my dad worked on his campaign in, I believe, 1992 when he was in the Democratic primary in New Hampshire.
Did you meet Monica Lewinsky?
I did not. That would have been great. But that was kind of awkward for our family when that all came out, because it was like, oh shit, that
Who's
guy,
that?
Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
She
know about
sucked.
that?
She sucked
Born
Bill
in
Clinton.
2000.
She sucked Bill Clinton's dick in the Oval Office,
They tried to,
and it was a
impeach
national
him.
scandal. They tried to impeach him because of it.
For how they find out she got,
So
he got his
basically,
dick
they
sucked.
saying that he got his pardon because he's one of the
he did.
hierarchy.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
My dad got
With
pardoned
masonry.
basically because of the fact that he had served helping volunteer on Bill Clinton's campaign early in his career. So then when Bill Clinton left office, it's traditional that every president pardons some number of people.
Kind of like Trump just did with Kodak.
Exactly.
And
Trump with Kodak and like a bunch of other
Lil
people.
Wayne and all that.
and quicker. It's kind of emulated social media.
Yeah, rappers are memes, dude. And it took people a long time to realize that like, and there are enduring memes, but for the most part, I feel like, a rapper comes out, he got a weird voice, and he's got a cool haircut, and he's got some fancy clothes, and then people are kind of obsessed with it for a little while, and then they just move on as soon as like they get sick of your voice. It's just like, it's just even the expect would have a multi-year career was in retrospect insane.
Do you think a lot of rap music now is demonic? I would say a lot of the drill music is just straight up like,
yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. I killed him, and fuck your mom and your life. I hope that you die. Over a beat. It's just wishing murder and celebrating and yelling out dead people. That shit is really demonic. And gangster rap used to have like some clever bars, but it's just straight up murder confessions now.
Right. And I feel like I get what the people are attracted to about that, because I like listening to King Von, and part of the reason why I like listening to King Von is kind of know he's gonna say some crazy demonic ass shit about somebody's fucking life that he took. But I mean, what's the shelf life on that? When if King Von was still on the streets, he would be wanted for like multiple. And I mean,
what do you think about guys like Cardi and Uzi and Trippie Redd straight up doing like devil horns and worshiping and like making their album covers devil? If I look through the lyrics, a whole lot of red. It's kill me up, like the whole shit is murder, devil. Like the cover, when they go on stage, it's all this fucking satanic shit. A lot of people compare the concerts to satanic rituals, and I kind of see the comparison.
Right?
It's all aesthetics, but why is that the aesthetic that works? Why is rap music straight up satanic worship?
Right. Because,
is it really that far?
Look, if all these rappers were actually like, hey, we have gotten interested in atheism or any religious belief, and like they actually like sincerely were like into that, then I would think that was cool. Like anyone, I'm an atheist. I feel like anyone who's curious, I feel like anyone who's curious about how the world works. I know you just hit me with a fucking sound.
Black bar sound effect.
Okay, but like that's cool. Like, but the fact that religion and like faith to rappers is reduced down to like, oh, this is an image that I'm going to use to make me look cool. Yeah, I think it's corny. Like the same way all these rappers want to be like, I'm punk rock. Everybody wants to say that Cardi's punk rock. Like, what are you talking about, bro? There's nothing punk rock.
He's just stealing the aesthetic from the 90s. He just has
tight pants and he like makes merch that like rips off old punk bands. Like, there's nothing punk rock about that.
No.
Don't really even see what is punk at all.
But why is that the aesthetic? Satanic. Why do you think that gets people so energized, and why does it sell so well? Why do they get to like put that in their album covers?
Because they want to be rock stars, right?
But rock stars weren't. Yeah, rock was
that's
always
what they
a little
say.
bit satanic.
But they don't, and that's what also kind of bothers me is that it's like all these rappers will say.
Just like K-Flock.
This is really making me realize how few rappers' numbers I have because I Lil Nas X.
Nah, you have his number?
No.
Okay,
that would be sick. He used to follow me, and then I fucking
that guy. Like, how do you watch what he's done and say that he didn't sell his soul? How do you say that guy is not just a slave for the industry?
But what did he do that sold his soul? Just
twerking on Satan.
I mean,
twerking on Satan.
There is no Satan. So it's like
even if you don't think that Satan's real, or God is real,
tweak it. It's like twerking on Dumbledore.
Okay, but even if you don't think that Satan is real or God is real, isn't that the perfect representation of good and evil? God represents good. Satan represents evil. If you are pushing evil in people's faces, they start acting evil. That's why like kids are 14-year-olds like running around with pistols in the Bronx because of the music. They are promoting evil in the music.
I might be getting a little bit too deep here, but I don't really think that if you look at what Satan did in the Bible, I think the main gist of like why somebody might like me might want to have a fucking satanic symbol on his hand.
That's a Satan symbol?
Well, it's just a tattoo, but in reality it's a Baphomet, which is like a fucking satanic symbol, yeah. But is because if you actually look at what Satan did in the Bible, it wasn't much besides saying like, hey, fuck this shit, I'm gonna do my own thing. Like Satan as a character, to me, is very American. We said, hey,
fuck this shit, I'm gonna do my own thing.
England, fuck you. We're going over here. Oh, you want us to pay taxes? No, we're throwing the tea in